continuing our lesson from yesterday of triangle midsegments. Okay. You use triangles a lot in trusses. For those of you taking principles in engineering, you'll deal with that this year if you haven't already. So in this diagram, UV and VW, not the bug, okay, those are midsegments of that triangle. Find UV. Okay, so if you got UV here, and it's a midsegment, opposite of RT, and this is 90, what's that make UV? 45. Okay, and if VW is a midsegment, and it's opposite SR, VW is 57, what's SR? 114. Good, 114. All right, it's twice that. Okay, quick review there. All right, any questions? Okay. Example number 4 in the Kaleidoscope. I'll try to zoom in there so it's a little easier to see. Okay, but in this Kaleidoscope, you have AE congruent to BE. You have AD congruent to CD. Show or explain how you know CB is parallel to DE. Okay, go ahead and talk about it. Write out your explanation there. If we know that AE is congruent to BE, so this piece right here, I'm going to redraw this triangle just so we can see it a little better. It won't be amazing, but it'll work. All right, we have these points here. We have A, we have B, C, we have D, E, and F. All right. Is it not an F?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't put an E. All right. Here, let's go. How about like that? That's ugly. Here, let's go with that. All right. That's still not amazing, but that's okay. D, E, F. All right. Now, this right here is congruent to that. Okay? That is congruent to that. They tell us that. What does that make E and D? Midpoints. And a segment that connects two midpoints is called a midsegment. Therefore, this is a midsegment opposite this side, which means DE is the midsegment of CB, or the midsegment opposite of CB, meaning that these lines, by definition, are parallel. Okay? Midsegments, remember, connect midpoints. And they are half the length of the opposite side and parallel to the opposite side. Yes?
Did you just say because of the triangle midsegment?
You could use that, yeah. But you can't, that can't be your only reason there. You have to do a little explanation. Yes, Alex.
So, when you state that it's the midsegment, would it be the midsegment of triangle ABC or the midsegment of line CB?
The midsegment formed by line DE. That is a midsegment.
No,
Okay.
I know what a midsegment is, but would it be the midsegment of the triangle?
It's not. There are three midsegments in the triangle, so you'd name it the midsegment DE. That's how you'd say it.
How would that look like as a proof?
As a proof, you'd have to write it out in more formal. I wasn't looking for it. It was just looking for an explanation. Okay. Didn't have to be a formal proof on it. It would depend if you want to do a 2-column or a paragraph. I'd probably go more of a paragraph on this. Okay. Good. Please don't shut down. I know they're a little tougher. Try number 5. For example 5. Good old Pear Street intersects Cherry Street and Peach Street at their midpoints. Off you go from there. Go and work together. For all of you that are like squinting and smoke starting to billow out of your ears, it's okay to copy it down and to like write numbers.
Oh, okay.
All right? It's okay to do that. It'll help you out. I promise.
2.
All right. Here we go. Another minute? All right, another minute.
Why are you
Keep going as I'm just kind of writing down a couple numbers that help me out.
So wouldn't they both be 1.3? Yeah, so I was right about that one.
Literally.
Numbers added together. Okay, so let's do 3, let's do 4 first. Okay, 7, 5, that's what I got. I'm just gonna take a guess and hope it's right. First, what do you get? What? You're not done. Never mind, I didn't have the 1.125. Well, I had whatever that was.
Oh, it's way off.
5. I was, well, yeah, I was close. I just forgot the 1.125. No, that was the answer. All my answers. Thank you. 8.07. Never mind.
That's what I got. Anyone else get that?
Yeah.
Does it say page? Oh, it says page street to page.
Why do I have what?
You have 1.2.
Yeah, I know.
I have 3 1.3. So I go, hey, let's make sure. I'm just doing it as you guys are. We start here. We go down Cherry Street. That's 1.3 and 1.3, right?
Oh.
And then we go over Plum. Okay, and then go Plum to Peach, which is 1.125.
Yeah, I know.
And then Peach to Pear, which is 0.7, and then back home. We good? Okay. All right. Very good. Hey, yesterday's assignment. Questions? So we had our extra practice. Any questions? No, you talked about it a bit, Maddie? Number 7? So number 7, it's helpful if you draw a different example. Okay, so if you have a triangle, ABC, okay, and we have DE being a mid-segment, and we know the triangle is 48, so maybe pick, to find the area of a triangle, right, is base times height times 1/2, or 1/2 base times height. So a couple things that multiply to make 48, you cut in half, okay, or 2 things that multiply to make to multiply to make, if we move that over, it'd be 96. So if my base and height multiply to make 96, what 2 numbers multiply to make 96? Yeah, like 12 and 8. So let's say I label this 12, and this length up here 8. So my height is 8, my base is 12. Okay, I don't know that for sure if those are the exact numbers, but they're possibilities. Okay, well I know a mid-segment, if this is 12, what's this? That's 6. Okay, so the area of my big triangle is 96, whereas the area of my small triangle is going to be 6 times 4 divided by 2. Okay, well, 6 times 4 times 1/2 would be the area of the small triangle. So that would give me 24, or 24 divided by 2, or 12. So that is 1/4 of 48. Okay, my area is going to be 1/4 of that 48, or in this case 12. Okay, you're cutting 2 of your dimensions in half, so you have to divide by 2 twice, or divide by 4. Good question. Other questions? Okay, well, let's go ahead and go through and talk about those there.
No, he takes forensics classes.
Right, if you had any questions on the extra practice as I'm walking around, please make sure you talk to me. Okay?